So, welcome today or tonight. We have a very special date. It's May the 5th. So, the 5-5 or 5th portal. Very interesting combination of numbers. For those of you who are into numerology or things like that, spirituality, you probably know what it means. For those of you who are just maths freaks, it's also very funny, 5-5. So, a little bit of magic. I have an appropriate outfit, and let's make the magic. Now, I'm not going to provide you with any tarot readings or rituals or spells. I want to talk about something different, but it's also magic because it's connected to clever and unconditional love, psychology, acceptance, probably also energy. So what I want to talk about, I have been thinking of it for a long time, but I've been very busy recently. I'm terribly sorry that I haven't found more time. But yeah, it is something. It is something triggering. It is something that I've had in my head for a long time, and this is something I also heard in one of YouTube videos of my favorite reader, Kelly. What I mean is placing or putting people onto a pedestal from two different perspectives. So why shouldn't you put anyone, and especially the people you love, onto a pedestal? And why, which will be even worse, you shouldn't put yourself onto a pedestal? So, yeah, I think it's gonna be a short video tonight. Dottie, good joke. You never manage. Maybe I will, because the situation is very simple. When you put somebody onto a pedestal, you place them higher than yourself. Yes, so you look up to them. Actually, I love English in this area because not in every language we have the same phrasing for this situation. But I think that it is so literal that you cannot explain it better. You just look up to people. If you look up to people, naturally you think they are better than you. You are kind of inferior, so we mean that they are better than you, I know, more attractive than you, more intelligent, and you can place all the possible characteristics. So you have a kind of an idol, and then you are this person who is inferior. So why is it so dangerous? A funny thing, I suddenly had this download about all the religions that also say you shouldn't have any false idols, or you shouldn't have idols before me. Okay, I'm very open. I don't care if you're a religious person, even though I'm probably not a fan of any structurized or formalized religions, because unfortunately they always turn purely into politics and power and such stuff. But I'm really into spirituality. So I really respect and appreciate people who are just purely spiritual, no matter if it is connected with any religion or not. But actually, these words that can be found in numerous letters, books, writings of more religious nature, they say something really important. But let's put it into our everyday life. Having some kind of idols, especially if you are a kid or teen, it's pretty normal that you have your favorite stars and so on. And as long as they are good people, they are not only successful in their area, but they also do something good. I think it's very good to have such role models, and we all look for role models. But what I mean is our relationships. our relationships, especially romantic relationships. Uh, as long as you are not okay, I know how I should put it. As long as you are not mentally, psychologically, and energetically healed. Of course, we are never fully healed. Yeah, it's an ongoing process. If you claim that you have been fully healed and that you are now perfect and you have nothing more to do and you're so great, uh, remember, pride comes before a fall, and it's a very bad sign. But unless we are healed to some considerable extent, unless we are kind of mentally, psychologically developed, we often think that it's great, maybe not to put someone onto a pedestal, but be on this pedestal. When somebody uh, it's not a good word, but we think then so that somebody loves you so much, somebody likes you so much, somebody respects you so much that they place you onto a pedestal, and you think it's great because this person loves me that much, this person has so much respect. Whoops, not a good idea. Not a good idea, and it's totally wrong. So I will tell you why. But first, from this other perspective, if you if you put someone, your loved ones, your dream person onto a pedestal, uh, you kind of disturb the energy, because we can meet people only where we are, and in order to be in a healthy and balanced and happy relationship, mainly romantic relationship, but it also concerns friendships, real friendships. You need to be more or less at the same level. Okay, now you will tell me, Dali, but we cannot be always exactly on the same level, because everyone is slightly different and we are on our journeys, that okay, they can go parallel, they can go more or less together, but they are never completely balanced. Okay, I'm not saying that it needs to be completely the same level without any difference, but you should be on a similar, let's say it's similar, more or less the same level, to be able to form a healthy relationship. As I said, mainly the romantic relationship, but also a real friendship. And if you put someone onto a pedestal, you place yourself kind of lower. And even though you think you do it because you love this person so much, you respect this person so much, you like this person so much, it is not healthy. It is not healthy because, okay, first of all, in normal 3D relationships, you can overlook some kind of red flags. You can overlook some kind of inappropriate behavior, some dangerous behavior, and so on, because you get blind, you get blindfolded actually. So you see then only the positive sides, and you omit the negative sides. Of course, what I mean is not that you need to concentrate on those negative sides, on those drawbacks of your loved ones, of your beloved person, because it is not what is the core here. But in most relationships. Okay, first of all, actually, I was going to talk about those perfect dream relationships, soulmate, twin flame, mirroring souls relationships. They're the highest level possible, but they are not for everyone. So first of all, let's think of ordinary relationships that may end. Yes, and if you overlook the red flags for too long, you can end up in a very difficult and very dangerous situation. But let's get back to those perfect relationships where you are ready that this is your lifelong partner, that this is your Mr. or Mrs. Right, that it's this person you want to spend all your life with. Of course, you will be you will be aware of the fact that they also have some drawbacks, that they have their problems, but you will love this person. Oh my God, I have a download from Hellboy movie. Yes, I'm this kind of Hellboy, and Transformers and so on, geek and freak. So I what I have now in my mind is when Agent Myers explains to Liz Sherman that we like people for their positive sides, for their advantages, but it is their dark side and their drawbacks and their problems we love them for. And this is the point. So you cannot place your person onto a pedestal, not to overlook those those dark sides, not because you want to kind of use them against your person, because if you do it, you're sick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you're sick. No, if you see that your beloved person has some problems, has some shadows, you should just support them there, to overcome or to go through, or you should support them to accept those darker sides of themselves, by your acceptance, by your love. So if you don't see them, you are not going to help your person. And a real loving relationship, romantic relationship or friendship is, there are a few cornerstones, but it is also compassion, mutual understanding, and support. And this is what is really necessary. I have a confirmation. One of my friends from India sent me something very positive regarding the energy. I'm sorry, I'm reading at the same time the messages that keep on coming. Anyway, so this is the first thing that you need to see, also the shadows of your person. And you shouldn't disturb the energy between you and your person by placing them above you. And when you do it, first of all, uh, omit some kind of shadows that need support, or that are maybe a red flag in other situations. But also, when you place your person onto a pedestal, you lower your own position. And if you see yourself as someone who is worse, who is less worthy, who is less attractive, less intelligent, less, then you will not feel good in your own body, in your own existence. You will feel, of course, inferior. And if you feel inferior, you are not able to love the other person fully, because we can give. Oh my God, it's gonna be another topic. We can give only what we have. You cannot give another person something that you do not have. So if you do not have self-love and self-acceptance and this feeling of self-worth, you're not going to be able to give it really to this other person. Because if you don't have something, how can you give it? I will quote you a funny book that I read in the 90s. Do you remember when we had all those books that were like diaries, journals, and so on, this private stuff like Bridget Jones's diary? It is actually I think it was a Polish book. Yes, it was a Polish book. As I told you, oh my God, I'm losing words. This is this oh my God, my throat chakra got blocked. I'm saying something important. This is this positive side of being multilingual, that I read books in numerous languages. And it was a book by Katarzyna Grochola. It is called Never in This Life. And she described there a situation where the protagonist was sitting on the train and observing a mother with a kid. And this kid first was curious and so on, and then started misbehaving, and then it's like a toddler. I think it was like a toddler, and started yelling that it was a boy, that he wanted an ice cream cone. And his mother said, "I'm sorry, I don't have an ice cream cone. I can give you an apple." And the kid started yelling, "No, I want an ice cream cone." So she offered him an apple, a banana, I think a cup of yogurt, and a few things. And the kid was getting more and more frustrated and furious. And at some point, this young mother, because the author highlighted it was a young mother, this young mother explained it to a toddler, not to an adult, to a toddler. "I'm terribly sorry, but I cannot give you something that I do not have. I can give you only what I have. So look into my bag. This is what I have. What would you like to get from it?" And the toddler chose I think a bowl of juice, and then told mommy, I want to sit on your lap, and then was calm and so on. So it's a funny silly book from the 90s saying something really important. You can give only what you have. So if by putting somebody onto a pedestal, you deprive yourself of that equality, of that power, of that love, and so on. And first of all, you will not be able to give it to your person. And secondly, it will be even worse, because you will start to depend on the other person to give it to you. And then we have a huge imbalance. And nobody likes to feel inferior and worse and so on. So you will feel bad. But also nobody likes the situation when they have to give and give and give and give, and they do not receive anything in return. So it's not reciprocated. So then we have a huge imbalance, and such a relationship has no chances. So let's reverse the situation. So being on a pedestal. So as I said, many people, as long as they are not really mentally and spiritually developed, they love this idea. I think this idea of being placed, of being put onto a pedestal, has been romanticized in literature, movies, and so on. But life is unfortunately not a fairy tale. And by the way, do you know any fairy tale that is only rainbows and unicorns? No, those real fairy tales, and especially our German fairy tales, they are full of difficult situations, pain and fear and blood and so on. Try to read the original fairy tales by Brothers Grimm. they are really creepy. Yeah, if we think of some fairy tales for little kids, for toddlers, they're rather simplified, and they are unicorns and rainbows. This is not the real life. So this idea of being placed and of being like worshipped by your person, it's really unhealthy. It's really unhealthy, and you should avoid it. So why? Exactly due to those reasons I've just mentioned. So it doesn't matter if you are this person who deprives themselves of the equal position, love, and so on, or if it is your person. You also, if you really love someone, and if you really want to be in this relationship, first of all, if you want to be in this relationship, you will need to take care of it, and you will need to take care of your person. But if you really love this person, you don't want them to feel inferior. You don't want them to feel worse. You don't want them to feel deprived of any value, of worth, and so on. So no matter which side you are, avoid it. So if you're a person who puts others onto a pedestal, take a step back, get back to your own power, work on your self-love, work on your self-worth. Remember who you are, that you are worthy, that you are important, that you are complete, that you are enough. That's the key word. You are enough. And if you are a person who is already on this pedestal, if you love if you love your partner, if you love your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, you know, get out of this pedestal, jump to them, and and then take their hand and get onto the pedestal back together, so that you are always on the same level. Take care of your beloved one. Take care of this person. Make them feel worthy. Make them feel equal. Make them feel loved. And now I will trigger some of you, and I will tell you something even worse. You know what is I think what is the worst? It's placing yourself onto a pedestal in front of this person. And unfortunately, I know such people who, I hope they love their partners. At least they say so. They say that they love their partners. They say they are in love. They say they want this person, and then they place themselves onto a pedestal, trying to show their beloved person, their beloved one, that they are better, that they are better, that they are perfect, that they do not have any shadows and dark sides, and so on. And what I mean here, it can be done in numerous ways. So people who play in front of their partner, who are like actors or actresses, who actually lie, who change the reality, and they tell some stupid stories of how perfect they are, of how successful they are, who even lie regarding how much they earn or how successful they are, for example, in their professional life. We okay, I'm very happy if you're really successful, but we all have our worst days, or some problems or some troubles. So hiding it from your person just to show them that you're always perfect, always great at your work, that you earn lots of money, and this other person doesn't or isn't, it's terrible. And the same thing is, if you know that, for example, that your person has some difficulties or complexes regarding their looks, that they really do not accept themselves because, for instance, they think, I don't know, they are too short or too tall, too fat, or too old, and I don't know, they have too many wrinkles, their hair is too gray, or anything. And then if you always show them that you look perfect, that you know, you wake up in the full makeup, that you always have a flat stomach even if you drink 6 beers and eat a whole pizza, if you constantly for instance, use some apps to change all your pictures. Of course, I'm not saying that you should post pictures where you look terrible and you look like a crap, because we don't do it, especially on social media. We don't want to do it. We don't. This is not something we would like to show to other people, and we all choose the best pictures. Some of us improve them, but improving them to the extent that you are unrecognizable, it's already stupid. But also, improving all the pictures you send to your person, taking 20 kilograms out of your body, or strengthening your hair, and so on and so forth, just to convince them that you are always perfect, and not sending them any real photos of you where you just look like yourself. It's also placing yourself onto a pedestal, and all those things where when you change the reality and you basically lie to the person you love. I'm not saying you should post such pictures on your public profiles, because especially if you earn money this way, if you need followers, if you need your fans, and so on. Of course, it's important. Unfortunately, it's important to change the reality. a little bit. But don't convince your person if you know that your person cries every night because I don't know, they've just turned 50 and it's terrible to them, or they put on weight a few kilograms or libras. And then you show them that even though you are also I don't know, millennial X generation or somebody, you still look like a teen, and you wear only size XS and so on, and your skin is always perfect and your hair is always perfect. You just keep on boosting their complexes and their problems and their difficulties. So no matter exactly what I said, no matter if you lie regarding your mental state and you claim never to be down, never to be sad, never to be stressed, and you know that your person is, or if it is regarding your professional life, if it is regarding your look, if it is regarding I know your house, your life, your trips, and so on, you know that your person cannot afford, for instance, some fancy trips because they don't earn that much now, or I don't know, they need to pay uh, for some kind of daycare for their kids, or some house for their elderly parents, and then you keep on sending real or fake photos from Bali, from Hawaii, from Australia, and so on, just to show them that you can afford it. Are you sure you are in love? Are you sure you love this person? Yeah, that's the question. So let's try to summarize it, because of course it was supposed to be a short video, and now we're almost by 30 minutes. If you love somebody, don't place them onto a pedestal. Just approach them where you are, on an equal level, on the same level. And if they really love you, you will just step onto this pedestal together, and you will have a beautiful friendship or romantic relationship. And if this person loves you, they will you they will just love you the way you are. And if this person already loves you, they really do love you the way you are. You don't need to change. You don't need to worship them. You don't just be yourself. Just show your love and let your person love you. And if you're this person who is on the pedestal, as I said, get down to your beloved one, love them the way they are, love them in the place they are, and get onto this pedestal together. And never place yourself onto a pedestal. Never require to be worshipped, because it's not gonna end well. It will never end well. Either it was not, or it is not your relationship, or you will destroy the relationship of your lifetime, and you will regret it. So I'm I'm ready. Thank you for listening me. I'm terribly sorry for some mental lags that I had in the middle when I was scrolling through, the waterfall of my thoughts, and of my popcorn in my head, my typical ADHD popcorn, and forgetting words and forgetting what I was exactly going to say. So I'm sending you a lot of light and love, and yes, let's meet all together on this damn pedestal. See you later. Bye.